Right. Good afternoon, everybody. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the June 10th meeting. Those were sent out. Any additions or subtractions? Any motions to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any additional discussion? All of those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. All right. Michelle, do we have any lobby visitation?
No, we do not.
Excellent, thank you. With that, we'll move right into the assistant. Jim, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I have for you today, remember last year, we came to you about purchasing the farmland adjacent to the water treatment plant for the purpose of expanding our raw water storage reservoir. That left two properties remaining on that block or north of the plant between us and that land. One of those properties is unbuildable. It has, it's small, wooded, and it has like a drainage swale or ditch running through it. And the other property right next to it is a residential home, 2 acres, nice home, pond in the back. Though the homeowners there approached me a few months back asking if we would be interested in purchasing their property, and we are. With that, it would help us with a better layout and design for the new reservoir, give us a couple acres more surface water, and we wouldn't have to worry about a neighbor while we were constructing a reservoir right next to their home or property. We had the property appraised. It was appraised at $450,000, and we negotiated a purchase price of $425,000 and signed a purchase agreement with them for that property. It's attached to your packet for your review. That agreement, of course, is contingent upon approval by the board and the city council. We did not have money in the budget this year for that home, but we have money in the water capital reserve for the reservoir expansion. So we would also need a budget supplemental appropriation for that expense as well, if you so choose to approve the resolution. So with that, we recommend that you approve the resolution for the purchase of the property. If you have any questions at
Yeah,
this
it
time,
looks
I'm
like a nice house.
happy to answer.
And when do you foresee starting construction on the reservoir?
It's probably years.
Okay. Do you plan to rent the place out?
Yes.
It's a nice house, rent it out or
Yes.
sell it and have someone move it or?
Yeah, we would rent it in the meantime.
Jim, do we have any idea like how much additional effective capacity you're really getting for that 2 acres in addition to the 36? What's that gonna give us? Any idea?
Yeah, 2 more
Acres,
surface
not- I
acres.
mean,
I don't remember how many
Is it,
millions of gallons of water that was, but it physically it allows us to
Yeah.
almost mimic or build directly north off of the existing reservoir rather than having a notch to go around their property.
I'm gonna say, is it more for kind of getting rid of that issue of the homeowner there
Yeah,
versus the additional capacity is not really, it's not-
Right.
2 acres above that, it's not going
It's
to really give us.
probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And, you know, the large cost for the number of acres that we're purchasing, you know, seems steep, but if you average it out with the other 37 acres that we purchased, we end up still at a relatively reasonable number per acre.
Do you remember what we paid for the 36 part 7 parcel? Approximately per acre approximately.
Yeah, it was like 750 total. It was like close to 30,000 an acre,
Yes.
upper 20s. So I think with this purchase, we're close to 50,000 an acre.
Yeah.
How deep is the reservoir currently? Or how deep do you plan to make the new one?
As deep as we can go. And, Mike, 25 feet is the current reservoir, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think the study we had planned to implement was going to help us evaluate what that property could be used for, like how deep could it be? Could we take out the levee wall between the two properties to make it one large water body? Or do we need to leave that levee wall there and you know, construct maybe a second reservoir just to the north of the existing one? Obviously, if we can get rid of that levee wall, we'll add more water capacity. But we need some engineering expertise in reservoir design and construction to help us determine how much capacity. We had some estimates, and I'm sorry, they're back on my desk. I apologize for that. But obviously, if you can add 2 acres at this site, it may not give us, say a full 300 days of capacity, but 2 additional acres of raw water storage is going to be better than what we have today. So our thought was if we could add, and this is really the only property left that's in this area that can benefit us in this way. There really isn't, like Jim mentioned before, there's no other property adjacent to the reservoir that could be utilized for this purpose. Going to the south, we have the transmission lines, and to kind of cut that property off from the south. There's other homes to the south of us. River Road is to the north. Forest Road is to the east. So this kind of locks up our total capacity, what we ultimately could build for raw water storage.
The numbers are almost identical to the size of the existing reservoir by adding this 2-acre parcel as well.
Yeah, 25 feet deep, it's going to be roughly 5 million gallons of water.
All right. Any additional questions? Do I have any motions?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move we approve Resolution 06-2024-04, authorizing the Utilities Director to execute a real estate purchase agreement for the water treatment plant.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? If not, Michelle, would you call the roll?
Newlove,
Yes.
Jesse,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Hogan,
Yes.
Suzik,
Yes.
Do we have any other motions?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 06-2024-05, authorizing a supplemental appropriation.
Second?
Second. Oh, I'm
Second.
sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm deaf in this ear, I apologize. Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not,
I was gonna say, what effect would, we're like forwarding the 430 to this year, correct? Or for that, is that gonna affect anything down the road or at all? No? Okay.
which it's all this year's budget, right? It's just getting it into the appropriate fund, just to clarify on that, right?
So when we do a supplemental appropriations, we're taking uncommitted cash reserves that are not in our current budget and then adding them to our budget. So we're expanding our current budget this year by the $435,000. So it's just taking money out of our cash reserves and putting it into the budget so we have money to spend. And a lot of times we try to find current budget that's maybe not going to be utilized for this year. In this case, we didn't see exactly in the budget where we could maybe move projects from or move money from with projects. So we thought it would be safer to allocate funds in the budget using this process.
But it's within the existing funds that we have available in the reserve.
It adds to the budget by $435,000. Yes. So we have the cash reserves are sitting there. They're available. They were not committed in the budget. So that's where these funds are coming from. So when we do appropriation requests, when we say unappropriated, or from unappropriated cash reserve fund, capital reserve fund, we're asking to use money that's been uncommitted. It's there. It's in a cash reserve fund, waiting for us to utilize. And putting it into our budget for our use to expend the money.
And I would add, we've been trying to grow that water cash reserve fund for the future development of the reservoir, which is going to carry a significant price tag as well, so.
Got it. All right. With that discussion, Michelle, would you call the roll?
Suzik,
Yes.
Hogan,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Jesse,
Yes.
and Newlove.
Yes.
Motion is approved. All right. Jim, you got anything else for us?
I do. The City of Bowling Green and the Bowling Green Electric Division recently received an award from the American Public Power Association called the EF Scattergood System Achievement Award. This award honors members that have enhanced the prestige of public power utilities through sustained achievement and customer service. I received the award 2 weeks ago in San Diego at the national conference. Receiving this award is a testament to the City of Bowling Green's unwavering commitment to excellence in public power. So,
That's awesome.
congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody, on the good work.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Anything else, Jim?
No.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll get into management reports. Utilities Director, Brian.
No report.
Electric, John.
We're still out at Cogan's, finishing that up, and we're changing poles on Haskins Road and doing some substation.
Excellent. Thank you. Water supply.
We did have a lab survey, and everything, it's like every 3-year survey, so everything went well, so we're good for another 3 years.
All right, thank you. Water distribution, wastewater collection. Eric.
Sewer is done at Pearl Street. We're looking at middle of next week to complete the water installation of the mains and right into road preparation after that.
Excellent. Thank you. Water pollution, John.
We started our interview process for our openings that we have at the plant. Hopefully we'll finish that up next week.
Excellent. Business office, Jackie.
No report.
Thank you. Official reports, Mr. Mayor. Administrator, Lori.
No report.
Attorney, no. Public Works. No report. Engineering.
The village water line, they are down to their last couple services. Should get those done tomorrow, and then they'll move on to catch basins, followed by curbs, and then final paving. So things are shaping up there. South Main water line just started this morning. You probably have maybe driven through it already. It's going to be a long process, so just pack your patience for that one. They'll be doing the water line tie-in tomorrow, so there'll be a shutdown starting at 9 o'clock. Affect a few of the places down there for a few hours, and then they'll start heading north from Gypsy Lane, working towards Ordway. So that'll last for a while, and then followed by next year we'll have a paving job that is on the heels of this project. We'll add a new traffic signal at Napoleon and South Main with a dedicated left turn lane. That's currently not there now, so we're getting some right-of-way, widening that out and putting in a traffic signal. Then a couple of pedestrian hybrid beacons for pedestrians to cross down there too. So by the end of this job, my head will probably look like McMurray's. So.
That was cold.
And then Gypsy Lane paving, paving is complete. They still have to do manhole adjustments and then final striping. And then Sandridge and Pearl paving that is also completed. Still have to do manhole adjustments as well. But that paving work is all wrapping up. And Carter Park paving parking lot, we got that out for bid now. We opened bids for that on Thursday, so we'll get that paved this year as well. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Communications. I don't see Amanda, I don't think. Council member reports. Any board member reports? Anything new? Anything old? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.